What in the silly fresh hell is this? Well, it's 1991 Pacific Pro Football Plus. It's a mouthful to say, and look at the way these things used to be packed. We're going way back in the time machine to me in middle school. Next. All right, we're here. We've got 6 packs of these Pacific Pro Football Plus. These were given to me by a coworker, Zach, who someone had given them to him. He knew I was into sports cards, and he was just like, "Hey, man, you can have these." I kind of told him, I was like, "Yeah, there's really nothing of value in here. If you're watching this, God bless you. You must have been around in 1991, and you want to just kind of go throw the clock back and get into these things." And can you imagine? These are the way they used to pack these cards, right? This little crinkly tin foil thing. Thought we were somehow protecting them, but these are probably going to be pretty beat up after sitting in these packs for all these years. 91, it is now 2026 as you open these. This is practically like opening up a time capsule, ladies and gentlemen, of the way things were in the NFL in 1991. Let's get into it. There's Phil Simms. Good way to start off. Phil was a great quarterback at the time, won a Super Bowl over my Broncos, unfortunately. Sad, but Phil, one of the greats, and perhaps a greater commentator. I enjoyed his work as a commentary. Torrey Epps, Leon Seals of the Buffalo Bills. We'll take it. Man, I'm sure played in at least one Super Bowl. Odds are. Donnell Wolford, Reggie Langhorne, Rodney Peete. Probably more known for dating Holly Robinson back in the day. Good pull for him. John Grimsley, Chip Banks, Chris Singleton, Steve Walsh, Eric Hill, James Brooks. There's Troy Aikman. Another man I enjoy on commentary. I don't care what anyone says. And there's Greg Cragen. That'll go into the keep pile. Broncos and Bills fan here, so keep any of those. Check and see if I've got them on my PC. I'm sure I do in most cases, but good-looking Troy Aikman card. It's in pretty good shape, actually. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, good one. I should make a probably. Let's keep the Phil Simms, the Troy Aikman out there. We'll keep some stars out there. I'll make a couple piles. As we go back in time, pack number 2. This is such a weird, I could probably cook a hot dog and then wrap it in this stuff. That weird kind of tin-foily material. This is back in the day. Danny Noonan. This is back in the day when there was no autographs in here. There's not even any inserts. I mean, this was a bleak time for cards. Tyrone Braxton, but I do remember getting these because it's all there was. Mark Murphy, John Alt, Jay Schrader, Mark Duper, fantastic receiver for the Dan Marino-led Dolphins back then. Irv Pankey, Mike Merriweather. There's Jeff Hostetler, the man who came in and saved the day when Phil Simms went down. I'm not going to call him a star here, but the man, he had a decent run. Harold Green, Bill Bates, Melvin Bratton. Ooh, we're pulling some Broncos. I don't know if I've seen that Melvin Bratton. I might need that one. Leroy Butler and Barry Word. Leroy Butler. That man can play. We're going to put him in the star pile. Pack number 3. What's your favorite old set from the 90s? I mean, like, I'm talking like 80s, 90s, like the beginning of the junk wax era, starting to overproduce stuff. I mean, I don't mind the looks of these cards. I mean, it's aesthetically, it's a pleasing card. It's fine. It's pretty shiny for back in the day. This is a nicer looking card for sure. So we got Ronnie Harmon, Dexter Carter, Ed King. Oh, that's a rookie card shown there on the Auburn uniform. And I remember, if I remember right, this used to confuse me as a kid because I'd have to read this whole thing. And it says he was drafted by the Browns, so you can see that in there. But I was always mad they didn't put that on the front of the card. If you know it and you put it on the back, why hide it? We got Jesse Hester. Irving Fryer, okay. Well, back when the Patriots really stunk, there's a few men you would know on this team. Irving Fryer ought to be one of them. Solid player. Lonzel Hill. Cedric Mack, Stanford Jennings, Jack Del Rio. Okay, everybody knows Jack Del Rio. We'll put him in the star pile. Dennis Smith would be in the star pile, but he goes into my Broncos pile. Sean Patterson, Duron Cherry, Max Montoya, and there is J.B. Brown. I wonder if Max is related to Al Montoya. Interesting. All right, we're moving on to pack 4. Pack 4. I think the best card in here is the Brett Favre rookie, but I know a lot of people are not collecting Brett Favre anymore after the things he's been a part of and done in his postseason or even with reporters. There's Jim Everett. Don't call him Chris. He'll come across the table at you. At one point, he might have made the star pile, but really he's more known with me for getting in a fight with Jim Rome. If you haven't seen that footage, look it up. Chris Dolman, Brian Williams, Icky Woods. He would do the Icky Shuffle and lead the Bengals all the way to the Super Bowl. He was great for a short span of time, so he doesn't quite make the star pile. Kelvin Martin. Oh, look at this. It's Shannon Sharpe. We're all familiar with his work. That's an early year Shannon Sharpe. That's like second year probably, as you can see here from the lack of stats. He only had 99 yards at this point when this was taken. He's wearing the number 81 that he wore his rookie season before switching over to the 84. That definitely goes into my keep pile as I keep Shannon Sharpe as well. Jeff Query is there. Steve DeBerg. Marcus Allen is a star, ladies and gentlemen. That man was a great running back. Keith Sims. Buford McGee. Herschel Walker with the Vikings. Unbelievably ruined the Vikings with that trade to Minnesota. Led them to getting Troy Aikman and several others. Gary Reasons, and there's Boomer Esiason, who another good analyst, play-by-play guy. We're putting him in the star pile. I like Boomer. And we're going into pack 5. Freeing the cards from the tinfoil dungeon. Brian Noble. Nick Lowry, one of the greatest kickers of all time. Despite me not liking the Chiefs, got to respect him. You know what? We'll put him in the star pile just because I feel like he's earned it. Ethan Horton. Farrell Edmonds. Latin Berry. Cortez Kennedy. He's going in the star pile. He's a great player. Tracy Rocker. Tim Crumphrey. Jimmy Jones. Not the Jimmy Jones you think, but from the team you think. Orson Mobley. I don't know if I've seen that one. I do remember Orson, though. All right, to the Bronco pile. I'm not getting enough Bills here. Anthony Dilwig. Todd McNair. Eddie Anderson. And there he is. It's Dan Marino. This card's in pretty good shape. Little ding here on the left corner. Any good shape card of an older player, it's pretty well centered as well. But I'm sure a lot of the ones from this set where I haven't seen a lot of miscut cards in here. Pacific did a pretty good job with this set. Here's our final pack. And again, there's no autos coming. There's no inserts. It's a pretty light pack, but you know, it's just kind of fun to look back. Willie Gout, Reggie Roby, great punter. Jackie Slater, he was a great tackle. Steve Jordan, John Elliott, Anthony Munoz, one of the best known tackles of all time, I believe. Mexican born, I believe he's one of the first to make the Football Hall of Fame. Great player. Mike Saxon, Alfonso Carricker. I've never heard of that guy. All right, put him in the Bronco pile. Mark Lee, Derek Thomas, legend. This guy, and look at this, right behind him, Howie Long. These guys struck fear in all the quarterbacks in this era. My God. Howie Long and Derek Thomas right there in the same pack. If you were building a team based on the pack, the defense in this pack is top-notch. There's Willie Anderson and Henry Thomas to end it out. You know, hey, we got some stars. Some Howie Long, Dan Marino's in there, Boomer Esiason, Troy Aikman. I didn't get the John Elway I was hoping to get, or I didn't really get a lot of Buffalo Bills. Only one Buffalo Bills, which is sad because they were dominating things at this time. But yeah, that was 1991 Pacific Pro Football Plus. Thanks for turning back the clock with me, and thanks for coming.